So this is your cat, Mr. Nibbles. And one day, Mr. Nibbles decides he's leaving home. So you go walking, you go looking for Mr. Nibbles, and when you do find Mr. Nibbles, you see he's with an AI. And the AI tells you that you won't get Mr. Nibbles back unless you can define the difference between query parameters and path parameters. What the AI doesn't know is that you have the FastAPI survival sheet series. So in this video, you'll be learning about path parameters, query parameters, and JSON body data. Welcome back to the FastAPI survival series. This is sheet number 2. We're looking at path, query, and body params. Or as I like to call it, how to talk to machines properly, because an evil AI won't spare a cat unless you explain query versus path params. So let's dive deep into how FastAPI lets you pass information to routes cleanly and powerfully using path parameters, query parameters, and JSON body data. Here's our rapid flow for this lesson. We have our import, define our model, handle get, and then we handle post. You learn how to go from models to methods, from raw inputs to structured API logic, and from chaos to clean JSON. So FastAPI speaks 3 types of parameter languages. We have path parameters, which are baked into the URL. You could use them like this. You have items /tree. FastAPI will grab the tree as a path variable. We also have query parameters. These show up after the question mark. So if we have items /tree question mark Q is FastAPI, that will be where the query parameter shows up. And they are great for things like searching, filters, pagination, and stuff like that. We also have request bodies, which are used in post requests. Now, when you send structured JSON, FastAPI expects a shape, right? And you define it using pedantic models, and FastAPI will pass it automatically. So let's break down the code step by step. So we say from FastAPI, we import FastAPI, and we say from pedantic, we import our base model. So we use FastAPI for routing and the base model for the JSON request passing. Next, we set up the app. Right, this also be standard at this point. Next thing we have to do is define our data model. Now the data model defines the shape of our incoming JSON, which FastAPI will use to validate and pass requests. So in this case, our data model will be item. So we say class item, which extends the base model, and we'll say the name is a string, and we'll also give it a price, which will leave us a float. The next step is to handle get requests with the path and query parameters. So this route will take a path parameter, item ID, and an optional query parameter Q. And FastAPI automatically convert them and document them. So now to do this, we do app.get So we have our path parameter item ID, we have our optional query parameter Q, and FastAPI automatically convert and document them. Our next step is we need to handle a post request with our JSON body. So we'll do app.post /item we'll have a function for creating the item, and then we could do item, and it'll just return that item. Right, with this, everything should be set. What we did is, we send in our JSON body that matches our item model, and FastAPI handle the passing. We have no manual unpacking to do, no manual unpacking required. So let's run this with UV-Con. Let's fire it up. And let's go in our browser and test. So once it's fired up, we can test it out. Go to localhost 3000 /items. Right, that's our items root. We have 42, which is our ID. And then we have our query, which is, we just put as FastAPI. Hit enter, and we see the item ID and the query. Now we can also go to, you can pretty print. I have options for pretty print, so you could pretty print this. Also, you can go to docs, right? And once you're in docs, you can go on our post, see what our post request is, click try it out. And from here, we could also enter a name. So we'll say ElevateFast hat, and we have the price as $29.99. Click execute, and we'll see our JSON return back perfectly passed. So let's wrap up. In this video, we covered path parameters, query parameters, request bodies, all handled without any sort of boilerplate, zero boilerplate. And that's the power of FastAPI, Pydantic, and the asynchronous serial gateway interface. So now you're fluent in API grammar and you're ready for our next sheet. And you'll be saving Mr. Nibbles. So be sure to subscribe, follow, and grab the PDF survival sheets at ElevateFast.dev. Thanks for watching.